Golauduch, a Christian woman of Persia, much tortured and put to death for the testimony of Jesus Christ, about AD 598. About AD 598, in the time of the Emperor Mauritius, Golauduch, a woman of Persia, who had once been an adherent of the Persian religion, but subsequently became converted to Christ and consequently had been baptized upon her faith, and remained steadfast in the confession of the Christian religion, even unto death. Of this Evagrius makes mention, whom we take to be the same one of whom we've spoken elsewhere, and shown that he has described and commended as something praiseworthy the baptism of the candidates, that is, of those who were baptized upon confession of faith. He writes the following of said Golauduch: At that time, namely in the reign of Mauritius, there lived among us the godly martyrs, Golauduch, who, having suffered many and severe torments at the hands of the Magi or Persian priests, finally obtained the martyr's crown, of whose life old Stephen, bishop of Hierapolis, has written an account. Abraham Melanus and J. Merning, however, differ in regard to the supposed time in which Evagrius, who it appears wrote the above account of the martyrdom of Golauduch, is said to have lived, J. Merning referring to him in the middle of the 5th century, while A. Melanus, on the other hand, places him almost at the close of the 6th. This difference in chronology we leave to them, holding nevertheless that they both wrote of one and the same person, who was a good historian and well versed in ecclesiastical affairs. This person then, called Evagrius, having commended as praiseworthy the baptism of the above-mentioned candidates, that is, of those who had previously been instructed in the faith, afterwards, it appears, also makes mention of said martyress Golauduch, virtually calling her his sister in the faith and a member of his church. For when he says, At that time there lived among us the godly martyress Golauduch, what else does he mean to indicate thereby, but that said woman belonged to and lived in the very church of which he was a member, or at least whose doctrine he loved and cherished? Besides, we've not found anything laid to her charge as regards her faith and good conversation, as has been stated of the preceding martyrs. Hence we're satisfied with regard to her.